Hello everybody, Aaron Whitehead here again, excited to be with you. Going to bring you the song Desperado by the Eagles. This was a request by JAPZ 1967, so thank you so much for the request. As it turns out, I was planning on doing this one and decided to move it up in production. So here we go, we're going to jump right in. This is middle C right there. And so most of what we're going to do in our left hand, this song is in G, as you can see. I'm going to show you the intro, and then we'll go into the parts of the verse and then the chorus, so to speak. It's really two parts. I'm not sure how you would divide this song personally, but we'll let you figure that out. Okay, so first, the right hand for the intro. It's going to be based around a G major chord like this for the intro. So what you're going to do is you start with this is my right hand up here, thumb is on G, and I'm going to take my middle finger and I'm going to roll it off the B flat like that up to the B. So, okay, and then I'm going to outline the G chord. Alright, so, and then when I get to this part, I'm going to add the 7th down here, so I'm dropping my thumb down to the G, keeping my B here, and I'm going to add the E up here, and then walk my way down. Okay, so again, it's like this. All three of those notes at the same time. All right, and then here's where we lift up and move our hand. So before we do that, one more time. And by the way, you're never going to get this whole song the first time through. So find the pause button, pause it, go back, listen to the same part again, do it a bunch of times before you move on to the next section. Okay, work through each part that way. Okay, so first part again. Okay, now we're going to drop down. My thumb's going to come down here to this C. So I lift up my whole hand, move it over to the C, and I do almost the same thing. Whoops. Okay, so notice how that's the C chord, just like I was doing the G chord. I'm doing a similar thing here with the C chord. I always look for patterns in music because it helps you. Music is all about patterns, okay? So, okay, now here we're playing an A minor chord, essentially in an inversion. So it's similar to what we did in the G chord, but a little different, okay? C, E, and A when we end there. But then we walk our way down the C chord again. Okay, so that second part. Alright, and then we're going to get to this third part where we're doing a similar thing as the first. So now instead of doing the F here, we're going to keep our thumb on G. Okay, and that's kind of where it starts to change there. So I've moved my right hand from G to C to G, kind of working down octaves like this. Now here's where it changes. We're going to go. Alright, and I'll show you what happens in the left hand there, because that's where the chord changes. Okay, but right hand again one more time all the way through. Love this intro. Right, and there on the end, I'm ending on my second finger and my third finger on the F sharp, second finger, third finger on the A, because my thumb was right here on the G, so I kind of cross over from the G to the F sharp and A. Okay, so now let's look at the left hand. We're just simply playing the name of the chord and letting it ring out. So when we're on the G, we play the G note. Okay, this is my left hand thumb. Play it again here. I'm going to drop down to the C. Use my pinky there. Now here I'm going to drop down to the A minor. Okay, I'm looking at the intro on the chords for this song according to this, and it's slightly different. So just be aware that the chords on the intro here are not the same as the chords I'm playing. Okay, picking back up from the C. Okay, now we're down to the G, lowering my pinky. Going to drop down to an E here, because that's essentially an E minor chord. here we're going to jump up to the A in our left hand, and then down to the D. And then in the recording, it actually plays a D an octave lower than that, but my piano I'm using doesn't go that low, so you do another D, but an octave lower. Okay? So you're kind of walking down in the left hand also, okay? Like that. That's the left hand part. Again, listen to it over and over again to get it down. This is the trickiest part of the song. We'll get back to it again at the end because the ending is similar, okay? So one more time through the intro, both hands. Down low. All right. One note before I get into the chords of the verse, I'm not going to be playing this song note for note like you hear on the recording. Okay. What I'm teaching you is like the essence of the song that you can use to be able to play it on your own. Okay. If you want a note for note, like what exactly voicing are they using, you're going to have to find a different tutorial. But if you want to be able to learn it in a quick, easy way that you can apply and play and sing for yourself and others, then this is definitely going to get you there, okay? So now we made it through, and then this is where the vocals come in, Desperado. Here's what we're going to do. The left hand's going to be down here with the pinky on this G. Our right hand is going to be doing a G first inversion. So this is middle C right here. I'm doing thumb, number 2, index finger, and pinky, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to play a slow 2 pattern where we put a chord on each beat in our right hand and our left hand holds. So it's going to be most of the time two chords or 2 beats for each chord. So it's like this. Okay, so I just went from a G to a G7, lower down. I didn't move my pinky though. I played it with my ring finger, the F. So. Okay, and then I'm going to go to C minor. Here's where I'm going to change a little bit of what I'm doing from what they do on the chords here, okay? I'm on a G, back to the same G I just left, but rather than playing a G down here in my left hand, here's what I like to do. I like to play this D up here, so it's a G over D. And we're going towards that E minor, but we're going to do a little walking pattern. The right hand is going to go here, and then we're going to go B7, or just B, really. Okay, you could do a B7 if you want, but B, D sharp, F sharp, and then E minor. So notice I walked, okay, between those 2 chords. 1 beat per chord, and then in the left hand I'm going D, D sharp, E. Okay, so, okay. There's a second E there in the second beat, and now we're going to drop down to A in our left hand, and then we're going to play an A7. You can play the whole thing. You could leave the 5th out and just play A, C sharp, and G. Okay, but that's the A7, and then 2 on those. And now we're going to put our thumb on C up to F sharp with our middle finger, and then A with our pinky for the D7. Okay, and then we're right back ready to go for the second time through. Again, same pattern. One time. All right, notice that the A, D7, and to the G was only 1 beat there, and on the ending of the verse. Okay, so the verse is essentially the same pattern 2 times through. The difference being that on those last 2 chords you play it for only 1 beat each time. Okay. When you sing it, I'll sing it for you here. It sounds like this. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Oh, you're a hard one, but I know that you've got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. Okay, and here's a little walk down pattern from the G to the D, okay, that takes us into the E minor for the bridge or whatever. I mean, I don't know what you would call this. It almost feels like a bridge to me, but it fits in the spot of like a chorus, okay? So in this one's very similar to what we were doing in that you're playing each chord for 2 beats. So we go like this, E minor, B minor, okay, B, D, simple shift there, and to the C, back to the G that we did before. So anytime I'm doing the transition from a G to an E minor, as you can see we're doing here, we're going from G and we're going to end on E minor on Queen. I like to put a little D there, okay, D chord to the E minor. All right, so don't you draw the queen a diamonds, boy? She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. 2 beats on each chord. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table. See, similar here. You only want the ones. E minor, want the ones. The A7 that you can't get. Now A minor 7, 2, then by the time you get to this D, you only want the ones that you can't get. Desperado. So notice it's written a little bit incorrectly there. It's got the G with the desperado over it, but it's in fact, you're singing desperado on the D, okay? Desperado, same as verse 1. Away, right to the A minor there. 4 beats to the D. Yeah. So actually here, so we do A minor, away to the D, then D7 when we sing Desperado. And the only change that we're doing there from the D to the D7, here's your D, here's your D7. So you're just lowering your thumb from the D to the C, okay? So funny how the feeling goes away. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences. Open the gate. It may be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You better let somebody love you. And here's where the backup singers come in, so we're going to show you that part. When we sing, it's I like to do a little walk down. So we C, this is a G over B, A minor 7. Okay, you better, from the G, let somebody love you. Let somebody love you. Better let somebody love you before it's too. And here you kind of lose the timing. You just hold it out and sing. Before it's too late. And let me show you what we're going to do on this G. We're going to do our intro that we did. Before it's too late. To the C there. And then here it just kind of trails off. So you can do like you just kind of land on a G chord there at the end and let it ring out. Okay? Really hope you enjoyed that tutorial showing you how to play Desperado on the piano. Wanted to let you know, if you weren't aware already, I've got a book out on Amazon and on my website, thepianochordbook.com. It's been out for years. I just put out an anniversary edition. It's 2 years late for the 10-year anniversary, but figured better now than never. And wanted to encourage you to check that out. You can go to the website to see it, or you can check it out on Amazon, also on Barnes & Noble. It's available for print and glue bound or spiral bound, all sorts of different ways that you can get it. Teaches you how to play chords in different keys so that when you're learning a song, you don't have to flip back and forth to try and find the chords on a bunch of different pages. You look at what the key the song is in, and then you'll have all the chords for you right there on a single page. So I want to encourage you to go to my website, check out that new edition of the book, and thank you guys so much. All of my subscribers and those of you that make comments and everything, I can't tell you how much it means to me. Thank you for being with me on this journey as we learn how to play the piano. All right? Thank you so much, you guys. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.